Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel, where today we're going to be talking about the infamous Jennifer Lopez, better known as J-Lo. More specifically, we're going to be talking about J-Lo's lifestyle, her net worth, and all of her millions. We're also going to be talking about what she spends all that on. If you're interested in finding out a bit more, stick around. But before we get into the video, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ding on that notification bell so you never miss another update from us. First of all, who is Jennifer Lopez? It is hard to never heard of J-Lo before, considering what an impressive career that she's made for herself and the huge influence on pop culture she's had. She's a highly appreciated Latina actress and singer, and in fact, she went on to becoming one of the highest paid Latina actresses in Hollywood. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty impressive. If you don't know about who J-Lo is, you're bound to recognize one of her hits, Jenny from the Block, or If You Had My Love. They're some of the biggest hits of the 90s. Outside of the singing industry, you may recognize her face in one of the movies that she's been in, such as Hustlers, Selena, Anaconda, or her other 42 films. Outside of this, she's also known as a dancer, director, businesswoman, and fashion designer. She by far has one of the most varied portfolios in Hollywood. Over her career that spans more than 25 years, she has received widespread recognition for her talents. She's been given countless MTV Movie and MTV Music Video Awards, People's Choice Awards, and Alma Awards. On top of all that, she's also received recognition on Hollywood's Walk of Fame. But it is her impressive movie collection and extensive list of hits that has earned her the most of that big number in her bank account. At least 42 movies and 8 studio albums does mean a lot, and considering that's what you're here to find out, I'll stop torturing you and let the details spill. So, how much is she worth? J-Lo is worth a lot, to put it bluntly. How much? Well, Jennifer Lopez is worth an incredible $400 million. This is made up from her music, films, and endorsements, which has ended up her leading to being one of the wealthiest self-made women of the 21st century. Her endorsements from the likes of Versace and DSW alone pull in millions a year. So, what sort of lifestyle does she lead? Outside of entertaining all of us, J-Lo mainly likes to spend time with her kids. She's been married 3 times in her life, and was engaged once to Alex Rodriguez, but it was ultimately called off. Oh well, who needs a guy when you've got all the love of 2 beautiful kids? Her hobbies are mainly focused around working out, as she's such an active person. She loves to spend her time off dancing, working out, and playing tennis, but she's not adverse to spending the odd day on a shopping spree either. Anyway, we've got established that she's got a bucket load of money, but where does she spend it all? First and foremost, real estate. It wouldn't be a celebrity millionaire video if we didn't talk about how much real estate that they've bought now, would it? Well, Ms. Lopez is no different because she's got a lot of it. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt, as J-Lo grew up in a 2-story property in the Bronx back in the 70s and 80s. Not the nicest of areas to grow up in. For starters, she had purchased a gorgeous 3-acre estate in the Hidden Hills with her former husband, Mark Anthony. They ended up purchasing the breathtaking abode for $8.2 million and managed to sell it for $10 million after finalizing the divorce in 2017. Prior to all this, she had purchased a $10 million home in the Hamptons back in 2013, and this fantastic piece of real estate was really worth the money. It cost her a whopping $10 million, but came with 8 bedrooms, a pool, sauna, and steam room. On top of that, it even had a home theater. 2016 ended up seeing her buying a $28 million mansion in Bel Air. Again, it was decked out with 8 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. The shining star of this property is the gorgeous jungle-like backyard though. The outdoor space is huge and is perfect for hosting and even featuring a pond and a bridge. Maybe it's an actual jungle. 2014 saw the purchase of her signature New York City penthouse, which was worth double of any of her properties. She splashed out $20 million to live in the Big Apple. Still not enough? Her and her former partner A-Rod had purchased another New York City property together in 2018. This time, they went for a condo that cost over $15 million, but they were quick to put it back on the market for $17.5 million. Cars. Another weakness for most celebrities is supercars. Well, J-Lo can't turn down one either and has purchased a couple over the years. Some of the cars in her garage include a $40,000 BMW 3 Series alongside a $300,000 Rolls-Royce Ghost. These sit side by side next to a $500,000 Maybach 57S and a $150,000 Aston Martin. Though that's not the end of the high list. She also owns a Porsche 911 Carrera GTS convertible, which was kindly gifted to her by A-Rod on her 50th birthday. And in case you want to know the figure for this one too, it's around $130,000. This wasn't a surprise gift though, as J-Lo had picked that out herself, and she'd previously bought A-Rod a vintage Ford Bronco for his birthday in 2019. How much was that worth? $200,000. Am I possibly the only one that questions why celebrities need so many choices for cars? Now, it might seem that J-Lo is one of those folks that would get a bit credit card happy with her earnings, but considering how she's worked to get where she is today, she definitely deserves it. And she is not the sort of celebrity that's selfish or big-headed either. She's a total sweetheart and is no stranger to sharing her money with others. Her charity work. J-Lo loves to give to those less fortunate because she had such a huge heart. Not only has she donated her time and money to countless charities throughout her extensive career, but she has even set her own charity up too. With the help of her sisters, the Lopez family ended up setting up the Lopez Family Foundation. Not the most creative name, but that doesn't matter when you realize just how much good they do for the community. The Lopez Family Foundation is aimed at providing healthcare for mothers and children who are stuck in underprivileged communities who can't afford it themselves. As well as this, she's also hosted a charity event back in 2017, One Voice Samos Live, which was a concert and telethon that raised over $35 million to help provide refuge to those afflicted by natural disasters. She had hosted it alongside her former partner A-Rod, and they saw a wealth of impressive guests like Camila Cabello, Vin Diesel, and Vanessa Hudgens. On the flip side, J-Lo does love to spend money on herself, but more importantly, on her looks. And we're not judging her for having work done, but there is one thing that J-Lo does that we can't wrap our heads around, is that she spends $5,000 a month, so that way she can wrap her face in a human placenta mask weekly. Weird, I know. So why does she do it? Well, according to specialists, the placenta is rich in vitamins and has insane rejuvenation powers, and in particular, it stimulates the production of collagen and elastin to help revitalize skin and minimize the signs of aging. I mean, she does still look like she's about 30, so we'll give her that. So, other than the whole creepy mask thing, she also spends a lot of money on fashion. J-Lo is known for being a fashionista and has been a fashion icon for many women for decades. Considering she's also a fashion designer herself, it'd be pretty sad if she wasn't. Well, she has actually been known to spend a lot on clothing. In fact, it's almost kind of like a small fortune throughout her career, and has signed to luxurious brand deals such as Versace. We don't know exactly how much she spends a year on fashion, but we're guessing it's a lot. Last but not least, J-Lo loves a getaway. Being a celebrity can be hard too, alright? I know it doesn't seem like it, but you can't even begin to imagine the amount of pressure that 24/7 lifestyle must have on somebody. Having a ton of money doesn't mean that you can't get fatigued from being overworked every now and then, right? Well, J-Lo needs a break every now and again too, and loves to take them all around the globe. More specifically, J-Lo has never been adverse to a romantic getaway, as in 2017, she spent a romantic trip away in Paris with her beau, Alex Rodriguez. Despite being hounded by paparazzi the entire time, they seem like they had a magical vacation together. The two later went on to the south of France and even rented a yacht. Overall, the France trip apparently cost them $350,000, and we can only assume a private jet and chef were included in that. Speaking of personal chefs, there's also a big money burner for J-Lo, and not only when she's in Paris. Ron Dolores is J-Lo's personal chef, which travels pretty much everywhere with her. Unless she's going out to a restaurant, he's going to be there to cook for her, her friends, and family. He is a pretty keep-it-to-himself type guy, so he's never really shared too much info on J-Lo, but one thing that we do know is that she's always stuck to a very strict diet that he is careful to adhere to when cooking for her. We can only assume he charges her a small fortune for it. So that is everything for today, but before you head off, make sure that you subscribe to our channel to see future videos and turn on post notifications so you never miss another update from us. Until next time guys, we'll see you later.